Lantern Rite is nearly here. Why don't we decorate the inn this year? Oh, don't you know? On the first full moon of the first month each year, Leo, it's a festival to commemorate the heroes from the past. After dark, the people release Xiao and Mingxiao lanterns into the night sky. Oh, may the flames of wisdom spread to all and never be extinguished. This is the meaning of the lanterns.
Wow, it sounds like and where there's a grand festival, there's always special seasonal. You catch Paimon's drift?
You want to get involved in the lantern rite? That's great! The festive period leading up to the day itself is all part of the celebration. During this time, we pray to bring peace and ward off bad luck. If you're looking to take part, it's not too late. Oh, also, if you're able to, could you try to convince... We're not close. I wouldn't know how to ask him myself. But it seems that you've grown familiar.
Yeah, Paimon thinks it might be best to leave him alone.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, just thought I'd mention it. You should... If you leave too late, the city will be crowded with people and you won't be able to make the most of it. Get going. Happy Lantern.
Young man, if I may be so bold, how much for the floating thing,
What a strange thing to say! But Paimon's curious? What number did you have in mind? Oh, forget it! Let's assume you meant Paimon is worth more than Mora combined.
As a matter of fact, I'm having some financial I'm just a small-time merchant anyway. I don't deal in
You know, the more you talk, the more suspicious you...
My, someone's in a grumpy mood, aren't they? Here, maybe some
Ooh, suspiciously drunk.
So, I assume you two are in Liyue for the lantern rite? This year's Mingxiao lantern is supposed to be a sight well worth the wait. The plastrite that will lift the lantern into the air is the largest in 20 years. It's big enough to make you wonder if the fabled floating city in the clouds really does exist. I guess it must just be held up by a similarly sized...
Sounds awesome!
I hope our paths cross again. Welcome to Liyue. Well, I can't speak...
Wow, so many stalls! Here, there, everywhere! I'm Ching-Ching. I just donated last night in my dream. Dolly told me her wish was to fly up, so I gave her to the lady over by the big deer lantern. Dolly's wish will come true now. I did the right thing. I can just feel the history all around us. Isn't it great?
This year's Mingxiao lantern is dedicated to Skybracer. Well, that's the plan. I do hope they make... The story goes that the antlers were made from the very essence of Rex Lapis's. But then that fateful battle happened. The gods exchanged powerful blows, and the mountain started collapsing. To avoid impacting the village, he used those blood-drenched antlers as a wedge to prop up the mountain. And if that wasn't enough of... Thanks to him, Mount Tianheng still stands tall and proud to this... Whether you believe, surely the reason the Lantern Rite exists is because people could buy. May the flames of wisdom...
wasn't held down, who knows where it would fly off to?
This is the plasterite to be used for the Mingxiao lantern. The whole of the Xiao market is centered.
Oh, hello! Who are you?
I'm Zhang Zhou. Recently, I've been tracking progress on the construction of the... You seem like newcomers. Is this your first lantern?
Yes. How can you tell?
Well, I don't remember running into any weird and wonderful mascots at last year's festival. You'll see lots of people releasing little lanterns during the festival. Those ones are called Xiao lanterns. But there's also a huge one, a joint effort by all the people of Liyue Harbor. That one is called the Ming. Almost every business in Liyue has a booth at the annual Xiao market. But despite its popularity, this is the one time of the year they're not looking to make a profit. The street market exists solely to...
So, the Xiao market. Does it have stuff you can eat?
Plenty. And if I do say so myself, the Lantern Rite is the best festival for sample. It is Liyue's biggest annual festival, after all. Showing off your craft is a great way to drum, so even if there's no mora to be made, everyone is secretly going all out to get their produce under the spotlight.
Folks in Liyue are so smart.
If you need any help, you can look for Wangya. She's overseeing the Lantern Rite. She's usually somewhere around the Xiao market.
Oh, will she know which stall sells the taste?
No doubt. When it comes to the Lantern Rite, no one...
Got it! Let's go to the Xiao market and then go to the stall.
Hi, can I help you? From the look of you, you don't hail from Liyue. Are you traveling through? Welcome overseeing. Not exactly. The Lantern Rite Festival belongs to the whole of Liyue. I'm just taking care of a few small things, doing my bit to make sure everyone who joins in the festivities has a good time.
We want to know where the tasties...
The tastiest? Hard to say. I guess that depends on your personal preference. If it gets any busier over there, I'm gonna have to bring the Millilith to keep things orderly. Hey, you'd best get over there quick before the streets get too crowded with people. Oh, and if you are heading to Yinyan, it's a summary of the data from last year's Lantern Rite, compiled by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. It has, as thanks, I've got a gift for you when you get...
You really don't have enough hands on deck. If I'd known, I would have roped some others in.
What's the best thing on the menu?
Ah, customers. Take a look and decide for yourself. I can do anything on the menu. Or if there's something in particular you're after, I can do that instead.
Huh. Now that you mention it, you do have a lot of options.
Naturally. If there's a dish I can't cook, I've yet to hear about it. Same every year. The old operational tips. How's this for a tip? Leave the handbook to one side and, hand it over. I'll use it to feed the fire later. Come on then, place your orders. Aren't you here to eat?
There are so many. This one looks good. Huh? Grilled tigerfish. That's the one Pervasive. Seeing as the Lantern Rite is about commemorating the heroes of the past, let's order this one. This can be our way of honoring his memory.
Ah, your friend has a good eye for food. That's our specialty. Please wait. I'll have it ready for you in no time. Okay, here's your grilled tigerfish. What do you think?
Delicious. Of course. What kind of a guide would Paimon be otherwise?
Well, hope you enjoy your food. I gotta see to some. If you get hungry again, you know where I...
So you're back. What do you think?
Ah, so tasty.
Oh, yeah? He said that last year, too. If he'd listened to our marketing tips, he'd be doing... Anyway, not to worry. Here's the gift I was talking about. This...
Wow, such a...
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able... But if you're interested in Xiao lanterns, you can ask Jingming over there. He's in charge of both the Xiao and...
So he's responsible for this super duper huge...
That's right. He should be easy to find. Just over...
If we could make a Xiao lantern for Xiao, maybe let's find Jingming and see what... Incoming.
At this rate... We should be able to meet the deadline. Teach you how to make Xiao lanterns. Oh, You don't look like locals to me. I'll be happy to teach you. There's no one way to make a Xiao lantern, but let me start. I should have some spare materials over here. Just...
That was so complicated. Paimon is all out of...
It all comes with practice. No one's folks like you who want to learn my craft are a rare find nowadays.
Did you build that humongous Mingxiao lantern using the same method?
That one? I suppose it's fair to say the method is the same, broadly speaking. But no single person can take credit for it. The whole...
So it was a community?
Surely you've heard about it. The Xiao Market is actually a fundraiser, aiming to support the Ming Xiao Lanterns
Whoa. So this...
Such is the Lantern Rite tradition. The Ministry of Civil Affairs might be covering the bulk of the costs, but it's the citizens of...
Oh, so that's what that little girl meant when she said she donated her ragdoll. But since when do you build Mingxiao lanterns out of ragdolls?
Well, the Lantern Rite is a major festival. If somebody wants to make a contribution, no matter how small, or in this case symbolic, we tend not to reject them. All well-meaning contributions are gratefully received. Especially considering how grand of an occasion the Lantern Rite is for everyone. People believe that joining the effort might bring them good luck. Of course, if you want to make another Happy Lantern...
So, did you find Jingmei?
We did! And he taught us all, even though Paimon...
No worries. I should go. Duty calls.